I felt anxiety from a pretty young age, but I didn't really know what it was. This sort of lack of control, the fear of the future, the fear of the past. And I never really knew as to why I had felt such strong emotions. And once again, I don't like to say that, oh, I have anxiety and this and that. We just experience these things, these temporal flows of emotions. Just like the seasons, they come, they go. Sometimes they're stronger than others. Sometimes they last longer than other emotions, but it's usually, well, it's not usually, it's because we resist them. We tend to resist our emotions immensely, at least the negative ones. But we do even resist the positive ones because we always want to have some sort of control over things, or the mind, the ego wants to have some sort of control over things. And it's a challenging thing. I would say when I was younger, upon my parents splitting apart, which psychologically as a child is a challenging thing for sure, despite having a lovely and beautiful upbringing. Within me there was an array of emotions that I really didn't really understand because they were so strong and overwhelming at times. And I sort of created these different neurotic tendencies. In my case, always fear of death, fear of illness from a young age, little things like that, probably psychologically to bring my parents closer together too, spend time with them or spend time with my father, whatever it may be, get everyone together, because that's what my soul wanted, to be healed, so to speak. But also seeing my parents be and my grandparents growing up with them in the same house, and seeing their financial difficulties and people struggling financially, and that being a huge cause of everyone's panic, of everyone's anxiety, of everyone's sadness. And I always had this bitterness towards society, the social infrastructure, the economy, and everyone being such a prisoner to it, being so worried over it, so much so that they make them so sick, getting diseases, because we know trapped energy definitely causes diseases. And it was really challenging to not be able to have a say, or to be able to heal them, with my words, with my feelings, with anything, and not be able to heal someone else, which we never can do that. We can only start with ourselves, and we know that's a fact. Healing begins within and then manifests throughout. But your parents, you always just want them to be happy. You want them to not struggle. It's always been in my prayers to be able to take care of them financially, retire them, to not have them have that unnecessary worry that we're born into, involuntarily, really. And that's always been a goal of